Alright guys, hopefully you're having cream cheese latte every day, which doesn't make sense, but that is okay. So this is a school project video. I don't want to waste too much time because I really have to get into it, but it's about the Westward Expansion, and I put Call of Duty clips in there because why not? So the Westward Expansion, I about said the American Revolution, we don't talk about that. The Westward Expansion started in 1767 with a guy named Daniel Boone, and what this guy pretty much did is he explored Kentucky. So there's not much to say about that. This man just explored Kentucky, right? And then there was like a big leap of time from 1767 to 1803 where the president at the time, Thomas Jefferson, he bought Louisiana in the Louisiana Purchase. He bought it from France for $15 million, which, I mean, that's a lot of money. At the time, it doubled the size of the United States. So, it was a pretty big deal. But then, another part of the West that was a problem for the American expansion, I guess, even though I feel like they could have corresponded or something. So after this, there was a battle in the place of Alamo, and this battle was when Mexicans attacked a town filled with mostly Texans, right? And they killed every single Texan there, except for 2 Texans, which started a Texas Revolution. Watch this. Oh. Perfect. Oh. Okay, we got him. For America. Alright, so I'm gonna have to take this one with a darker tone. I'll play something that's not as dark in my clip, but in two years after this Texas Revolution, in 1838, there was a traumatic thing that happened to the Indians called the Trail of Tears. And what was happening for 20 years was the U.S. government forced relocations of around 100,000 Native Americans between 1830 and 1850. So pretty much they were walking and relocating for 20 years in the Trail of Tears. I just imagine, bro. That's rough.
Hello there.
So after these events, and while the Native Americans were being relocated, unfortunately, the Oregon Trail started to like really get massively popular, and everyone was traveling west on the Oregon Trail. So after the battle, the Mexican-American battle, the Texas ended up going to America. Obviously, we have Texas here today. After the battle, the United States actually ended up paying Mexico $15 million for land that would later become Utah, California, Texas obviously, Arizona, Nevada, and several other parts of different states. But those are the big main ones, so $15 million, and they got a lot of land from Mexico.
Ain't nobody talking.
Bro, your entire team about got collapsed. In 1846, England signs an Oregon Treaty, which pretty much gave the Oregon Territory to the United States. I mean, that's pretty much all. Like, I looked it up, and that's the simplest thing about it. Is just the Oregon Treaty is something that England signed, and apparently Oregon is the United States now, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so another big thing that happened in Westward Expansion was a guy named James Marshall. He discovered gold at a place called Sutter's Mill. And that was in 1948. So in 1949, over 90,000 people moved to California just to find gold. Alright, so in 1860, there was a thing called the Pony Express, right? And it was basically people were riding a horse and delivering their mail. I mean, it's pretty cool, except for the fact that only 1 year later it got shut down, but I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess. Alright, so moving on to 1862, this was when the United States government pretty much helped fund a railroad from California to Missouri, so... Also, what happened in 1862 was the Homestead Act, and it was pretty much when the U.S. government offered up free land to farmers, but all they had to do was agree to live on the land for 5 years and make improvements to it. So, I mean, sounds like a bargain to me. Alright, so skimming through two quick things here. It was 1869 where that railroad was completed. And then it was 1872 where America announced its first national park, which was Yellowstone. Hopefully Yellowstone doesn't explode. Alright, so coming up on the end here, it was in the year 1867 where farmers, they created barbed wire, and what barbed wire was supposed to do is it was supposed to keep the cattle out. Stay up. To bring an end here, the Westward Expansion ended on February 14th, 1912 when Arizona became a part of the United States. So, I mean, that's pretty much the end. There was some battles, like the Native Americans won a battle and killed a beloved dude. I forgot what his name was. But I feel like if I go into that, then I'll like cut in too deep into like a freaking 20-minute video. So yeah. Hey, do you guys know when Texas became a U.S. state?
1865.
Haha, 1845. It led into the Mexican-American War. Which, to win that war, well, they also paid $15 million.
Oh, God.
Do you guys want to know about the Oregon Treaty?
No, I really don't. Are you just reading the textbook right now?
So,
Alright, thanks.
the Oregon Treaty was signed by England, right? It pretty much gave the
No.
Oregon Territory to
Hey,
the United States.
Knives.
Do you guys want to hear about the gold rush?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on that one. Go ahead and explain it to me while you're at it.
Okay, so a gold rush was when a guy named James
hold on.
Marshall.
You know what I think about the gold rush?
It's amazing. You love it. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that Texas became a U.S. state in 1845?
No.
It started a Mexican and American War. Yeah. Did you guys know that Texas became a state in 1845?
Secure the bomb. Destroy the target.
You know.
You know that I live in Texas.
I really wanted to know that.
We've got the bomb.
I know, it's pretty cool, right?
For sure, for sure.
It was when James Marshall discovered gold at Peace Sutter's Mill. Did you know in 1849 around 90,000 people moved to California to find gold? See.
Oh,
So
scared the
what
crap out of
happened
me.
in the Pacific Railroad Act was the United States government helped fund a railroad from California to Missouri.
Really? Did you know that this day are still built two horses?
Search and destroy.
Yes. And I'm ready to say my facts.
Oh God, not you again.
You see?
On purpose, didn't you?
Nuh-uh. Or else I'll be in
You're
your party.
lying.
I just want to tell you. Did you know?
We're planting
you
an
know?
alpha.
Texas became a U.S. state in 1845.
Less than a minute. Bomb planted.
Baby, baby.